that you can watch again. I need to go kind of fast so we can get through the whole lesson, Alaya, and then you can watch it again. So again, we're learning how to write an essay, and this is just a really simple one to show the structure or the shape of an essay. Always starts with a hook, which can be a question or just an amazing fact. Raina gave us this: do you feel lonely in your house? That's a nice question. It gets people's attention. It makes them feel like they're part of the essay. They're sort of asking themselves that question. And then you go to your controlling idea, also called your thesis or your big idea. In this essay, what we're trying to argue or convince people, because this is an opinion-based essay, is that dogs are great pets. Dogs are great pets. Okay, this is the thesis. This is the idea I'm going to keep saying over and over again in this essay. Now, in my introduction, I have a hook. You feel lonely in your house. I have a thesis. Dogs are great pets. And then I list my 3 reasons or 2 reasons. It doesn't really matter how many reasons, but you're going to list your reasons. So what would be one reason that a dog would be a good pet? Gerard, can you tell us one reason a dog is a good pet? Unmute, buddy. Joey, can you give us a reason a dog is a good pet?
Yeah, one reason I think a dog is a great pet is because it's so soft and loves to cuddle with you.
Okay, so we're going to make that really simple. My first reason is dogs love to cuddle. Okay, we're going to explain it later. This is the introduction. In the introduction, we just list it, and we list it with transitional language, like my first reason, comma, dogs love to cuddle. Okay, what's our second reason going to be? You're right.
I have one.
What is it? Go ahead.
I'm going to say, are you having nightmares? We'll get a dog, because whenever I got my dog, I didn't have my nightmares for about 5 years.
Okay, so we're going to talk about nightmares, or are you going to say, could we say that make it a little bit bigger idea and say that they keep you company?
Yeah, keep you.
Okay. So you actually did a hook again, your own hook, which you can do when you write this essay. But we already have our hook. We already have our thesis. We already have our first reason. So I'm going to say another reason. Dogs.
Because whenever I got my dog, I've been having a lot of nightmares since I didn't get my dog. And when I got my dog, I just never had nightmares for about.
And Kavai, those are all great things to put in later in the essay, but right now we're sticking to the introduction. We do not explain.
I know.
Another reason dogs are great pets is they keep you company. Now we are done with our introduction. This is
okay.
Introduction.
It's
a hook, it's a thesis, and it's your reasons. And I did them in different colors to show you that the next thing we do. Let me see what room Ryan is in because he got kicked out. Hey, Ryan. Are you there?
Yeah, he is.
Ryan, what room were you in?
Room 4. I just glitched out.
Okay, I'm sending you back. There you go. Thanks. All right, friends. So now that we're done with our introduction, we're going to start what we call our first body paragraph. Our first body paragraph starts with a sentence to tell your listeners what you're writing about. So in this case, it's going to be our thesis combined with our first reason. So I have to convince them that dogs are great pets because they love to cuddle. And I'm just going to say that. So first of all, so I like transitional language like that. First of all, dogs, and essays come out sounding a little bit repetitive because you say things over and over again, are great pets. And I'm going to switch my color to show you that I'm combining that with this first reason. And we're keeping them in order. So whatever order you put them in the introduction, you're going to keep them in that order in the essay. First of all, dogs are great pets because they love to cuddle. Now you can think about your body paragraph as a place to provide evidence to prove that you're right. So who has some evidence for me about dogs loving to cuddle? Who can tell me something? Who's not giving me an idea yet? Aliyah, do you have any evidence about that? About dogs loving to cuddle?
No.
No? You don't know anything about dogs cuddling? Joey, you said they're very soft, right? So I might put that in there. Dogs are fluffy and soft. And you know, when I'm writing, I often like to ask myself kind of, so what? So dogs are fluffy and soft. Does that make them a good pet? Like you can't really cuddle a tortoise, can you?
They're
Tortoises
playful.
are cute, but they're not cuddly. Dogs are fluffy and soft.
They're playful.
They're what?
They're playful.
They are playful, but is that what we're talking about here?
No.
We're talking about them being cuddly, right? So what can you do with a dog that's cuddly? Rena, go ahead. What makes them being cuddly make them a good pet? What can you do with a dog that you can't do with, say, a turtle? Gerard, have you got a dog?
Have one cuddle up right next to you.
That's true. Okay, dogs are fluffy and soft. They can cuddle up next to you. And I want to tell you something. You can provide evidence by telling them reasons that a dog's a good pet, or maybe comparing it to a pet that wouldn't be as cuddly. So what's a pet that wouldn't be as cuddly?
A turtle.
How dare you?
Unlike a tortoise that is
Or a tortoise. Okay.
hard. Okay.
I don't.
When you're giving evidence for your body paragraphs, you need to tell reasons why being soft and cuddly makes them a good pet, stories or examples of them being soft and cuddly. So you might even tell a little story. One time I was watching TV and my dog cuddled up next to me. It was a cold night and it was just so warm and cuddly. You're usually going to make it longer, but because we don't have much room on this, I'm actually going to skip to our next body paragraph, which is going to be about what? Who can tell me what our next body paragraph is about? Anybody? Raina? Got your hand?
Dogs are great pets and they keep you company.
Exactly. So this one, we have to say dogs are great pets because they keep you company. So here we go. Finally, this is our last reason, so I'm going to start with finally. Dogs are great pets. Remember, these are your topic sentences. Because they keep you company. All right. You have to prove that them keeping you company makes them great pets. Who has a reason? Akash, have you got a reason for that one? Where? Oh, we've got a bunch of extra people now. Why, honey, did you need to be moved? Griffin, did you need to be moved back to your group or are you gone? Okay, Akash, have you got anything about why them keeping you company makes them good pets? Or Deckard, have you got me any reason for that?
I did all my school for today.
Somebody's super glitchy. I can't.
Just wander on
Guys, somebody's trying to talk, but we can't hear you. You're super glitchy. So let me just give you an example for now. Let's say that you're home alone at night, and you can actually do this. You can give yourself an example. Let's say you are home alone at night. A dog makes you feel less alone. So there's an example. And then you might explain your thinking. You might say why it's important, right? During COVID, tons of people have been getting dogs for company, right? Raina, what did you want to say?
So I wanted to say that like if you feel scared and you can't sleep at night, but you have a dog, it will help you sleep and feel less alone.
So it can sleep in your bed with you or in your bedroom?
Mhm.
Ah, it can help you sleep at night by being in your room I know this is getting really sloppy. So you are less alone. Awesome. And again, if I were writing a whole essay, I would give more examples and more reasons, and I would explain my thinking. I would say, this is important because many people are feeling lonesome these days during quarantine and they're getting a dog, or the reason that I said this is because when I was a little kid, I was lonely, and then my mom got me a dog and I felt like I had a friend, and I would go on to explain it more, but this is just a very simple version. So now we have paragraph number 1 shown with an indent with our hook, our thesis, and our 2 reasons. We have our first body paragraph that's all about my first reason combined with my thesis, my controlling idea. And it has evidence, examples, stories to prove what I'm saying is true. And it's all about them being soft and fluffy. Then I have my second body paragraph that is my second reason. And it's all about dogs keeping me company and that making them great pets. The last thing I have in my essay is my conclusion. In a conclusion, we do 2 things. We remind our readers of what our argument was. So we start out with a sentence that's something like, so remember, dogs are great pets because they're soft and they keep you company. So that's what we're going to do first, is remind you. So remember, dogs are great pets. So you always want to remind people of what you have argued, because they are soft and keep you company. And then the last thing that you do in a conclusion, and this is where a lot of people are like, they'll end it by saying, so I hope you liked my essay at the end. No, 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 no. The last thing you do is you ask yourself, why is it important that anyone read this essay? Why is what I've written important? Why should anyone know this information? Does anybody have a reason? And you can give your reader some advice. Akash, go ahead, try again.
I forgot my answer.
Okay, let's have Akash give it a try. We're not hearing you, buddy. Try muting and unmuting.
I forgot.
Akash, try muting and unmuting. No. Can you type it? I don't know why we can't hear you. Something's going on with your sound. I'm sorry, buddy. Do you want to type it in the chat?
We have 5 minutes, Miss Laws.
I'm curious too, Akash, for some reason, you keep copying and pasting everything in the chat. I don't know if you're doing that on purpose or not, or if something's just going wrong. Thanks, Griffin. Remember I said today might go a little late, but thank you. Okay, let's see. What did you say? That is why. No, because that's a nice final sentence, Akash. But I want you to tell me, why is it important that anybody read this essay? What do you think? You might say during COVID, you might be thinking of getting a pet. And for the reasons that I've explained, you should consider getting a dog or adopting a dog, okay? So again, you wanna ask yourself, why is this important? Why would anybody need to read this writing? And this is my last chance to convince people. And I wanna say, this is important. And I'm gonna do this in a different color because it's a completely different part of the essay. So this is the why. This is important. And the truth is, probably the most important thing I want you to learn about writing is you are important. And when you write something, it is important. This is important because you might be thinking of getting a pet during COVID. And I think you should consider a dog. And lots of people have gotten dogs during COVID, haven't they? Okay, COVID. And I'm just gonna make it stronger. You should get a dog. Because if I'm trying to convince you, I want to be strong. I'm just gonna tell you a dog is the right choice, right? Here's a very simple essay. And it has all the parts that we talked about. Now, if that was fast and you needed to see all the parts of the essay, I'm gonna put this together into a lesson for you on how to write an essay, just a quick crash course on essays, okay? You guys are done for today. Questions, you can always write in and tell me your questions. But let me go ahead and sign off.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
This was bye.
Bye, guys.
We used to have a dog, but it got sick.
Oh, that's sad.
And
Okay, Deckard, make sure you're doing some writing for me, buddy, and make sure you're doing some Dreambox. Hi, Lily, stay on and I'll explain what you missed because I think you just came, right? Yeah, just hold on a second till people sign off. Bye-bye.
Bye, Miss Laws.
Alaya, I think you and your mom are gonna come on in a few minutes. Can you give me like 10 minutes to finish with Lily? And then just come back on. I'll leave the Zoom on. Okay, back in 10 minutes. Bye,
Miss
y'all.
Laws,
Yeah,
can you put me in the breakout room that has Clara and Emma in it?
sure. Which one is that? That one right there, room 2. Sign to room 2. Yep. Okay. Hi, Lily, how are you?
I'm good. I was just wondering if you could send me the Google Doc for the social studies this week.
Why can't you see it?
I can't sign into my Google account for some reason. It doesn't work.
Well, we need to get that fixed. But I will make a copy and I will send it. Absolutely.
Okay.
And then
Thanks.
also I'll send a note to IT and ask them to fix that, okay? Because I had another kid say that I had that same problem. Lily, IT, send social studies forms. So I'm gonna send you 2 forms. The first one was the interview questions. Did you ever see those?
I did that, but
Oh,
I
you did
couldn't
that.
submit it because I can't log into.
How did you find the questions? You could read them, but you couldn't submit them?
I couldn't submit the Google Doc.
So you couldn't edit it or anything? Is that what it did?
I edited it and like I wrote I interviewed my sister and like she helped me and then
Well, I'll send you the things and you can just see what you can do. Okay, sweetie?
okay.
Okay. And then did you miss the meeting today?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just came in. So we just had a writer's celebration to talk about our Athena essays. And then the kids went into breakout rooms to read their essays. So most of them are gone now. So you can go ahead and go. And then this week you're going to do some research on one of the countries you found out your family's from. Where'd you find out they were from?
Well, we're from Germany and Ireland.
Yeah, that last name Werpel sounds kind of like a German name. That's interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's
Cool.
like I think it's pronounced Verpel.
Werpel, yeah. My husband's last name is Rolf. It's a German name.
That's a
All right,
cool
this
name.
week you're going to do some research on Germany. Really cool country. Enjoy that, okay?
Okay.
I'll send you those forms in about an hour or so when I get done here. All right, bye, sweetie. Oh my gosh. Let's see, actually.
Which would you rather have, like candy or presents?
Hey guys, I just wanted to check in about your dance group. What's going on with that?
Oh yeah. For my, it's me, it's Jagan, Deckard, and Griffin. But we haven't really been able to do anything because over the weekend I was busy.
Who's the fourth person? You said you, Gagan, Griffin. Oh, Griffin. That's right.
And then Deckard.
Okay, so 4 of you guys. I thought there were 5.
No.
Okay, 4 guys. Okay, so do you want to just meet in a breakout room tomorrow after class and stay on for like an hour and practice it?
Sure. I mean,
Okay, so we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do a breakout room.
I'm just gonna be the DJ. I'm going to supply the music.
Okay, cool.
I decided on that.
DJ Haben. All right, so we're done for today, so you guys can sign out. Bye-bye. Okay. Hi, Clara. Nice job today. It's fun that your mom could be there.
Yeah, she was actually.
So Raina was a little bit upset that she didn't end up in your job team. And so we can change the teams around again if we need to. I like your mom's idea that we find out who's good at what. I was kind of thinking, I wonder if we played like one of the Jeopardy games with more information later on, we could maybe keep an eye on who knows the answers and make 2 kind of strong teams. So I don't know, or maybe you know some things. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Have a good day.
You don't want 2 people strong at one book.
What's that?
You don't want 2 people who are strong at this one book but not at this other book.
Yeah, and that too, kind of balancing the books. I just got the Dragonette Prophecy, The Wings of Fire. I had gotten the wrong book and I was reading it and it was so boring. And I was talking to one of the book clubs about it. And they're like, not to be rude, Ms. Laws, but that's not the right story.
Which one did you get?
I just got the very first one, the one that I was reading, you mean? I was reading this other book called Of Ice and Fire. I thought it was the Wings of Fire series, but it was Ice and Fire. So I had the wrong book.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was really boring. It was all about squirrels. They're like, it is not about squirrels. And I was complaining. I was saying how much more boring it was than Harry Potter. And they're like, it's not boring. So all I read was the first few pages last night. Pretty exciting. I'm very sad about the dragon egg breaking. But oh well. I'm sure they'll be okay in the long run. All right, sweetie. Have a great day. Bye. Okay, Alex.